Little warning before this episode starts, because Mark was absolutely pissing me fucking off. Me and Mark got into a 30-minute argument about Saltburn and the new movie Leave the World Behind. So the first 30 minutes of this podcast contains spoilers for both of those films. So I know they're new films. You might want to still watch them. So if you want to not get any spoilers for Saltburn or Leave the World Behind, skip on to 31 minutes into this podcast, and then we start with Old School. Which will also get spoiled, but I mean, if you haven't seen Old School yet, you can go fuck yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
That's a very aggressive start there. Welcome to Absolute Cuts, episode 20-something.
Yeah. Oh, God. Are we? 27?
Oh,
this must be like 29.
We'll be close to 30.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know. We need to do something special for the 50th.
What? Make our own film? Make our own film, too.
Yeah, in the next 20 weeks. Well, you're away as well.
Yeah.
This is the second episode we're recording this evening.
Yes.
And we've just had a visit from the owner of the
venue.
place, Daniel Sloss, who has been playing wee geeky games.
He has. Yeah, you're very upset about this.
I am, because I remember during lockdown, I was properly losing it with all of you.
Yeah.
Because you were all in on the Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Apart from Barry and Milo, but Milo's got his own shit going on.
Milo would be.
I don't think he would. I think.
You're kidding me.
I don't think it's effeminate enough for Milo.
That's true. If it was a Polly Pocket, some sort of... fucking...
Yeah. Aye. Like, Sloss, I know, has always loved that.
Yeah.
Because you said when we first came in here, there's a big stack of books over there.
Yeah.
And you were like, he's asked, have I slagged off the books yet?
Yeah.
And I was telling you, they're a level of geekiness that I can't even comprehend.
Yeah, it's not like Star Trek.
No, it's nothing. No, it's many levels above Star Trek or Star Wars.
Well, Brandon Sanderson's made a fucking killing of him. Everything's by Brandon Sanderson. Look at that. Patrick Rufus. That looks like a German name.
Brandon Sanderson sounds like a small town quarterback that's up on a sexual assault charge.
Yeah, a backup one.
Yeah. But because listen, I don't mind that level of... Because I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing. But then I love wrestling. But I think wrestling...
You just did RoboCop. Well, it's not, nerds do love RoboCop.
Aye, they do, but RoboCop's fucking class and it's violent.
Yeah.
Whereas the shit yous were playing... Was there not a time where you had your own wee story where you each became like... You could choose between being like a pixie
Yeah.
or a goblin.
I was a rogue.
You were a rogue.
Yeah. I was a wee thieving bastard.
Aye. And then what do you do? You all throw dice.
You can do anything. So you just have to follow. You're doing a fucking. Say if you were doing like a Lord of the Rings fucking thing, get the thing, throw the full thing in. No matter what you come across, something that happens, you have to do something.
Right.
You attack them. So, like Kai killed my pet when I was asleep, but to get away with it, you have to roll. Like you have your own measurements of what your character is. You know, if he's sleight of hand, you roll it. And then if you fail it, like you accidentally hit the pet so loud that everyone woke up and sees you smashing the pet. And it gets funny that
It's
way.
all in the roll of a dice.
Yeah, and I'm
You just roll your wee dice and then...
Nah, you're just going to fucking remove...
What was your name?
Rapscallion.
What was it? Awesome.
Rapscallion, the lovable rogue. Virginia Tech.
Jesus. So yeah, I've just walked in and Daniel over in his house playing
He's so upset.
You're so upset. Was it on the Switch?
They're playing something on a Switch. I liked the Dungeons and Dragons. It was good crack.
You don't get to call it the Dungeons and Dragons,
like
right?
the pictures.
Because when you call something that, it's normally something that's widely accepted in society.
Like the disco.
Yeah,
you disco.
Yeah, you can't call it the Dungeons.
What do you mean Dungeons and Dragons?
You can call it Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. What have you ever seen? What?
Have you ever seen the fucking arenas they sell out?
Oh, surely not. Oh. Like,
but, you know,
I'm not saying these fucking wanks don't exist.
It's
but
like,
you never come. Like, there was never at any point At no point was anyone bullied at school or slagged off by the coolest fuck kids because they weren't down the fucking Warhammer shop painting wee men.
No, there's difference here now. Because,
no, there's not. There's no difference
because
whatsoever.
Stand By Me, they had Dungeons and Dragons in the wee house on the side. That was the stuff on the table.
What, in Stand By Me?
Or not Stand By Me, sorry, Goonies.
No, they didn't.
That was on the table, was it not? Remember beside where the cock thing fell off?
No, that was Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Definitely wasn't.
I wouldn't do Warhammer. It's that thing where they all paint the little...
That's literally one small step above what you're doing.
That is... I do agree with that, but I would draw the line there. I'm not painting a little...
fucking pathetic.
I'm not painting them little bastards.
It is the saddest...
The shops exist. I can't understand how they stay in business.
There's always some people in them. Always people in them. There's probably people that listen to this out there that have come to us from the other podcasts, but genuinely, if you do this kind of stuff, you need to get a fucking grip of yourself, honestly.
He came in and that was the first thing you had a question. I'm seeing you in there. You came out to me first and went,
Aye.
He's on his little fucking thing, playing his little geeky game. And then another friend, Matty, was the one you got.
Matty's the one.
Some of them.
It's when normal people... Like Kai surprised me when he first got into it.
Kai gets into everything.
Kai does get into everything.
Yeah.
Elliot surprised me.
Yeah.
I thought Elliot was a bit more streetwise. But then Elliot's...
Did I not surprise you?
You surprised... On top until now, Matty, you surprised me the most.
Yeah, well, I do...
And that's when I used to say to you, what would your pals from school think?
Oh,
if
yeah,
they saw you like this?
No.
What would your dad think?
I did take... They had to really, like, grind me down for 3 hours because, I felt deeply uncomfortable. You're sitting in the chair going...
See, this is what I don't understand.
I was deeply
How at any point
I felt like I was burning in church,
Yeah. Like,
You feel like...
that's where I would be.
Do you think you'd turn violent?
I couldn't sit there and
Sure,
when they asked, so what's your wee character's name?
Look, there's ways of playing. I understand, right? So people in Dungeons
Lord
and Dragons...
Flutterball.
Lord Flutterball.
I am Lord Flutterball. I am an archer.
Yeah.
From the Greenland.
From Greenland.
Oh, look. I have rolled 6. Seems I'm taking over your hedge.
You don't take it over hedges, Mark. All right. There's a lot of violence in it.
Don't try. That's a violence in it.
There's violence. Now, there's one thing I will say. Another thing I draw the lines at. Right? Some of them do the voices. If you watch them on like YouTube, they'll do a made-up voice while they play the game. Now, if anybody tried that shit, around me, I'd be like, right, you've ruined it now.
How do you record what's already happened in your wee game? Is there a scribe?
There's a guy, like Daniel would do it. He's the dungeon master.
So he would write the minutes.
He's
the dungeon master.
Yeah. He's the DM.
Do you know you're like the... This isn't that far removed from either the Clan...
The Ku Klux?
Or the Masons.
The Clan, as in...
The Ku Klux.
Yeah.
What a clan?
I'm Irish, there's loads of clans.
The
O'Neills, yes.
But the Masons, they have masters and grand wizards and all that kind of stuff, don't they?
But theirs isn't the game.
No, theirs isn't. It certainly isn't a game.
Theirs isn't the game,
So Daniel would just go, Kai has just killed Ryan's pet.
It's not like, actually, there would be a bit of that. You kind of have a general memory of what happened beforehand. But he would take some notes, yes.
And how long would this take?
Oh, it takes fucking weeks.
Weeks?
Okay, so what's worse than cricket?
Right.
There's a movie.
Well, I know there's a movie. There's many movies.
Never watched that.
There's a cartoon as well.
Is there?
Yeah.
Fucking shite.
Yeah, the cool intro.
It looked fucking shite.
Anyway, do you want to hear something else I hate?
Bring us on to our next. Right. Bring us on to our next bit.
So, over the Christmas periods, I watched quite a few films. I watched the Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny. I saw for the first time. I quite liked it.
I
thought it was all right.
I actually hadn't bring that. Well, right. You know what? It's 4 out of 10.
I thought it was all right. Wonka was excellent.
I would never watch that.
Absolutely
You couldn't drag me into
excellent.
You couldn't drag me into that. The first one was fucking dog shit too.
What?
We'll bring that up. We'll get that. We'll get to Willy Wonka someday.
And the two we've mainly disagreed about.
Yes,
is probably the two biggest splitting of opinion films over the Christmas period.
For us, not one person that I've seen has watched that. I was told to watch that fucking film because it's so bad. And when I watched it, I was an hour in going, I disagree with him. This is great. And then it turned to all holy.
All right, okay, all right. We're talking about the one I loved, you hated. Right, what we're talking about is Saltburn.
All right, we'll go Saltburn first.
We'll go Saltburn.
Let's stick to Saltburn.
We'll go Saltburn first, which over the week since I saw it, I now think I hate it more than anything I've ever seen in my life.
I know, but I knew this. This is very you, though.
But you have a theory over why people like me.
Yeah, you're just
which I've been fascinated to hear.
You're just an old cunt. That's my fucking theory. There was no chance you heard it. It's you know why you hit it as well? Because fucking cunts build it weird. Everyone kept saying, "Oh, there's these fucking mad scenes in it," and none of the scenes were that.
No, they're not. They're not mad.
None of those scenes are that mad. Like, if that's the thing, you haven't been watching films. Not to sound like a dickhead or anything.
This was one of the parts that annoys me.
That is, I totally.
It annoys me the fact that people that just go, Jesus Christ, that's the most mental thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Well,
RoboCop was.
You've
more.
seen fuck all.
Yeah, RoboCop was more.
Yeah,
like that's nonsense. I do totally agree with that.
But that's one of the minor reasons I hate it.
There's a couple of things that I hate about it. First of all, there was that stuff. Second of all, was that like fucking people completely completely getting it. You know, like the rich people stuff. It was you that even sent it to me. You know, like the TikTok trends where people are going like running around the rich people's house. And I'm like, you've completely got this wrong.
Yeah,
like, you're not supposed to be like, oh, God, that's me.
That's how it's been marketed.
All the fucking kids are. Everybody in it's a cunt. Like
the woman. So the person that made it.
She had a class other film too.
Promising Young Woman, I think, is brilliant.
Yeah,
she's very posh.
Is she? Yeah, Sophia Spector's
very, very posh.
Yeah, it's a lot of posh people.
I'm assuming the guy that plays the main dude, not Barry Keoghan. Keoghan, is that how you say his name? Keoghan. I thought it was. Yeah. He's not posh, obviously.
No, he's an orphan. Orphan on the streets of Dublin. Good. You've turned against Barry.
I really like him. I really do like him.
I will say one thing about this.
I think this has damaged his career.
I think, first of all, obviously it hasn't.
I think it really has damaged his career.
Not damaged his career.
I'll be very surprised if he gets anything after this.
He's up for the Golden Globe last night. He was second favourite.
Second favourite.
He was
second favourite. My arse.
He was. He was
for best actor.
Yeah.
Best actor.
You seen it last night?
Are you telling me? So Cillian Murphy won it.
Yeah.
Right? Are you telling me he was ahead of Bradley Cooper?
Bradley Cooper was fourth.
Yeah.
It had DiCaprio third.
They don't give it in fifth place.
I'm chatting about odds. I said the odds.
Aye, the odds in the fucking Irish Times, maybe.
In fairness, it was Paddy Power. In fairness, it was Paddy Power. You need to go for William Hill if you wanted a non-biased, but he was. Oh yeah. Well, right. First of all, you're very angry, right, at Barry Keoghan for one reason, right? It's because you're jealous, right?
Of his dick.
Not of his dick, right? I didn't get that.
Right.
You know, I don't care about that. Dude ran around naked, and I was like, "What the fuck's this?" But whatever, right? We have three out of the six people who got up for the Oscar. Three of them are Irish, right?
Right.
And the best Scotland acting wise you can give is like a dude on BBC. Like,
why am I not jealous of Cillian Murphy then?
You are.
Why
so
don't
jealous.
Why I don't have any hatred for Cillian Murphy at all. I've still not seen Oppenheimer, but I'm sure I'll hate that as well.
It's fine. Like it doesn't deserve. I think it won best film and shit. And you're like,
it did. I've not seen it.
It's good, but
right. The reason I hate it.
I did think there was a lot of bullshit around it. I'm trying to stick to just the film.
I went in completely oblivious to everything.
Yeah.
Read nothing about it. Knew nothing about it. What it was.
Didn't see all the.
Saw nothing. The first I had heard of it was Waugh telling me at the stand just before Christmas, have you seen Saltburn yet?
Because I told him to watch it.
I'd seen a couple of people mention Saltburn online, but I didn't know. I thought it was a TV series initially. When I saw it on Prime, I thought it was a TV series. I thought it was like a fucking Downton Abbey type TV series. So I watched it, and my main hatred is obviously the fact that it is a direct rip-off of The Talented Mr. Ripley. It's almost scene for scene.
It's not. And you know what? The worst thing about this is The Talented Mr. That's such a dog shit film.
It's not, though.
That's a crap film.
So in The Talented Mr. Ripley, right, there is a guy who comes from a meagre background, who then weasels his way in to the rich world, becomes obsessed with the incredibly charismatic, good-looking rich dude.
Yeah.
There is another pal, sarcastic, foul-mouthed pal who sees through him.
Yeah.
Who's Philip Seymour Hoffman in Talented Mr. Ripley. Then he starts killing everyone.
Yeah.
Where's the difference?
I mean, where's
the difference?
I'll tell you what. It's to me, it's like saying that there's just so many hundreds of films that are the exact same thing, and I feel like you've picked out something here, going, that's a direct rip up. I don't think it's.
I've very rare.
To me, it's like reading me saying that Passengers, Life, Stowaway, fucking Moon are all the exact same.
I've very rarely seen a film that blatant.
Okay.
A theft.
Right.
I hated that.
Okay.
I hated how try hard it was to be shocking.
I don't think it was try hard to be shocking. I think.
Oh my God, he's going down on her when she's in her period.
Yeah, I think.
Surely not.
I think. But that's the thing. That was the annoying people, the crowd people, and the TikTok people and all the time. I watched them. I was like, ugh.
Do you know what it is? Soft porn for lonely people.
Soft porn for lonely. There is see. Here's the fucking issue.
This is what it is.
Here's a fucking theory. It is because half the time you're wandering around topless. It was all like fucking shots and everything. Absolutely. But you're the guy that loves fucking Top Gun.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
That's real men.
This is your fucking nonsense.
That's real. That is real men.
Telling me about Top Gun being the best film in the world.
But that's not.
This, you're like,
that's not because that doesn't appeal. Because Top Gun appeals to heterosexual men and
Does it?
and people that want to just admire good physiques. Right? This is dressed up in a way that it's fucking fan fiction. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's fan fiction for fucking the kind of pricks that like that Twilight shit.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is. People sitting at home rubbing themselves fucking clean. Because some floppy haired prick had. And do you know what?
He's not posh in real life, but he's on Aussie.
Oh, is he?
Big Aussie dude.
I don't like the marketing behind it.
Yeah.
When I read the reviews afterward, I sent this to you. I was nearly fucking sick. I saw someone describe it as the first film purely marketed on vibes.
Yeah, that's
fuck off.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Fuck off.
That's fuck off.
I fucking hate that word vibes.
That's disgusting.
All of the shite.
Yeah.
Absolute shite. Right?
Yeah.
I hated that.
Yeah, that is.
I hated how try hard it was. There was no like.
I think that was incredibly shot.
The grave scene. It's beautifully shot.
I thought it was amazingly
shot. Fuck all
shot.
to do with anyone. That's got fuck all to do with the writers. It's purely a cinematographer.
Right.
I'll give this cinematographer.
Yeah, I thought
pure
it was
props.
Yeah.
I thought the grave shagging scene did come out of the blue. I didn't expect that.
Oh yeah. You heard about that too?
What? It's improvised.
Yeah. Mike Rice has a very funny clip.
Yeah, it's very good.
By the way, there's a couple of spoilers here, so we'll give this like 2 minutes. You want to jump ahead because it's a new film. Usually we're.
I don't give a shit.
I know, but it's just for these
guys. I'm fucking glad I'm spoiling it for you.
Right, the grave.
The drinking of the cummy water.
That was fucking great.
I saw something coming.
I loved it.
I didn't expect to rim the plug.
Yeah, that's
right. I did see going down on her when she's on her period.
Yeah,
I did see that coming, and that was
but in fairness, like that period things happen. I've seen that in a couple of films.
Oh, I've
you
seen it.
ever see a fucking French film?
Aye,
just a general French film.
Aye, and then the dancing about naked was just the final nail of how much more mental can we be? Let's show a bear cut. Well, it turns out this. Let's face it, he's painted out as being not that good looking a guy. He is.
Barry.
He is. He's a very distinctive, in a way, handsome looking guy. He's ripped to fuck in this film.
Yeah.
And they find out he's got a massive dick, so that let's waggle it about.
I think it's pathetic, isn't it? There's rumors.
No, really?
There was rumors. I think someone said it might have been a prosthetic after all this, but I don't know. Maybe it's true.
I don't look prosthetic.
Nah.
As a man who knows a prosthetic,
I know. I can see the outline. You see the Pritt stick around. Is that PVC glue?
there was one.
It's black.
Do you know what? There was one good joke in the. Do you know that Joe Coy, the guy who did the Golden Globes last night? His really good joke. The one I laughed at was when Barry Keoghan was in the audience and he said, "Where's Barry? Where's Barry Keoghan sitting?" And he went, "Where's your penis sitting at?" What's it? And he was like, "Oh no, there it is on Bradley Cooper's face." I was like, "That's a fucking good joke." The last thing I hated. Oh, two more things.
Okay.
I hated the factual inaccuracies. I hated the fact that they did Low by Flo Rida, and the film was set in 2006 and that wasn't released till 2007. I hated that. But normally I would let that go, but because I hated it so much, I went looking for things to hate.
Yeah, I get that. No, in fairness, I do that too, so I can't do that. So I get that.
I hated that they had to, they know that their average fan and lover of this film is so fucking stupid that they had to spell out the fact that he had done it all. There was absolutely no need. Okay. There was no need for that scene where he's sitting at the end of Rosamund Pike's bed and it goes through the flashbacks of him getting the guy's phone and putting the razor blades beside and obvious he's been the fucking puppeteer and all of this.
You're meant to have known it well before that.
Right, there was absolutely no need, but the fact that they knew that there's going to be dense as fuck people sitting there,
they definitely did,
wanking themselves silly.
A lot of Jacob Elordi fans will come for that. Yeah.
And I have a theory.
Is this still on? It is.
I have a theory that you only are defending this film because your boy's in it. If that was Timothée Chalamet, you would hate it just as much as I do.
I would never watch it, Timothy. I can't watch that cunt at all.
That's my theory.
I couldn't watch that cunt at all.
Because it is everything you hate about British society in a film.
I think it's... I thought it was like more of a satire in British shite. Like, I thought they were more taking the piss out of British things.
Oh, they were. But...
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's definitely not his best performance because his accent's dreadful.
His Scouse accent?
Yeah, it's terrible.
I thought it was all right.
It was fucking... it was every second line it was all right. And then they went back to fucking Dublin and then flipped to...
Oh, no, I thought that was all right.
If you... Seriously, it's like he's got a hit rate of... I'm like, where's he... I got over it very quickly, but like, you know, he is good in it, but his accent was fucking...
Yeah.
I was like, he nailed that line. Oh, we've tanked that. Yeah. Your man's an underrated actor. He's actually quite good in things. That fucking jockey-looking cunt.
Oh, he's a big charismatic bastard.
He's very good actor. He's apparently, I haven't seen it yet, but he was apparently great as Elvis in Priscilla.
Yeah.
Like,
aye.
like that. He's pretty...
Richard E. Grant's really good in it.
Carrie Mulligan's
just
a good actress.
Mad bastard in it.
Promising young woman.
She's hardly in it, though. She's like...
Rosamund Pike.
As folk were saying, she was amazing. I found her a bit annoying.
I found her funny in it, but she was like... I used to have a thing with her when she was younger. Her hair grew out of like here.
What?
Like, her hairline is so low that it's off-putting. She looks like... like, do you ever see Doom? Do you remember her in Doom?
Yeah.
I was watching her. She had like hair in the ponytail and this thing, but her hairline was like there. Just started there, and I was like just above the eyebrows, and I was like, "What's going on here? Why is she's got no forehead?" It's always.
I'm gonna look out for that when I go home.
Yeah. It's not as bad anymore because I tried Gone Girl, but it's sometimes.
Yeah.
It's off-putting. Once you see it, it'll ruin everything.
Yeah.
Your fucking film. So I'm already hot over all of this stuff. Right?
This was pre-Christmas. I watched this and started sending him abuse about.
I don't know Wonka. I haven't seen fucking Wonka. I wouldn't go watch
Stunning film.
Right. I don't know. Probably is. Right. I have seen someone else say it's good too. I went and watched, like, you know, people were messaging me. Cousins were all like, "Oh, Daddy, you just watched this so bad." Right. Elliot as well watched it and was like in tears laughing, messaging me. And I was like, "Oh shit," because I was really looking forward to this film. I saw the trailer. You know, I was. There's been two films that have not been that good that I've been really looking forward to, like Silent Night. Do you know the one with Joel Kinnaman?
Oh God, it was awful.
I turned it off after an hour. I was so bored.
It was utter shite.
Yeah, I was devastated. And this was the other one, and everyone was telling me it was terrible. And for the first hour of Leave the World Behind, I was in, I actually was like, oh, no, I like this. I mean, you're talking about fucking copies. I mean, like, I do a load of films where I felt like all the house scenes and all are similar type of shit. And I was sitting there going, right, but I'm in. I sold myself. And I just fucking, this is a spoiler. Just spoiler now for 30 seconds. And if you want to watch this film, the fact that after everything, they were like, there's a civil war. I can't think of a less terrifying thing in the world.
It's not a civil war, though.
It fucking is.
It's
the
not.
fact that they go to the neighbour's house, he goes, I'm going to go check my neighbours, and it happened to be the place with all the exact point where all the airplanes were fucking landing into the beach and smashing up the place.
No, that's not true at all.
That is true.
No, yes, it is the beach, but they are. If you look at where, so are they in like Long Island or something?
Yeah.
Right. So that's the flight path to the airport.
Okay.
Right. So it's not that mental to think.
Okay,
that
right.
Planes would crash into that sea, and it's only 2 planes. You're acting like entire fucking fleet came down on the beach.
It happened to be the neighbour that he's going to visit's back garden. Fuck off.
But he lives by the beach.
Why is
So if you're a pilot trying to find somewhere to land, you're going to go to the nearest land. That's where it is, the beach, right? So I think that's shite. It's not a civil war that happens at the end.
That's what they say.
It's not.
I get what the thing is, but then they're all like, it's civil war. The whole fucking town's bombing each other already within 2 days, and then it zooms out. I actually thought when it stopped, I went, oh fuck. Oh God, let me check the time there. There must be something wrong with what I'm watching because the movie couldn't be over now. And then I had the thing, and I went, did I pass out? And I rewatched the last 20 minutes and watched it again and went, that's it.
Do you not think it's
it's
a realistic depiction of what the end of the world would actually be like?
I think it'd be fuck all like that. And I think Ethan Hawke gets worse in everything I see him in. Kevin Bacon's a joke. Julia Roberts was shite. Marshall Ali carried the whole thing. Thank God. He's going to be class and Blade.
That's
all
good.
I watched the whole way through. He's going to be a good Blade. The kid too was good.
Do you not like I loved the commentary on the fact that it was basically saying people are so reliant on technology now that once that's taken away, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucked. The fact that no one has a clue what's going on unless they're getting it through social media. The fact that Kevin Bacon couldn't find his way without sat-nav. They couldn't cope without phones. I love the fact that it was...
But I think that's shite. He went to the shop and back, and he's like, I can't deal with him. I'm like,
no,
he'd
never been. He'd never been.
He's a fucking twat. If I went and had a holiday B&B and I go to the shop and come back, that's it. I know where the shop is.
But he didn't even make the shop.
I know.
He
He drove around
and drove around.
And then saw fucking some drone dropping leaflets, and then started driving back, going. I thought it was fucking dog shit.
I thought it was.
They were so stupid. Everybody was so fucking stupid and ridiculous in the thing. I was all in, and then it went all out. All out. It was as bad. It reminded me of M. Night Shyamalan's bad films, like The Happening.
Nah, it's
as bad as that.
Fuck off. No chance.
It is as bad as his
not
worst
a chance.
films.
I thought it was very, very creepy.
It's like Cabin.
I thought the idea of don't be slagging off Cabin in the Woods.
Not Cabin
if
in the
that's
Woods.
what you're planning.
The M. Night Shyamalan one. Knock on the Cabin.
Knock on the Cabin.
Same shite.
I thought it was a great commentary on the modern world. I thought the idea that there was this, that basically the markets, that they had this guy who was probably a senator or something like that had various money, and he knew some shit was going down. So that was very clever. I thought the thing. What did you think of the thing with Friends? The fact that ended with the girl putting on the last episode of Friends, and then the theme tune.
So mad. It was so shit. I thought that was crap.
Why?
Did you think that was good?
I thought it was great because it was.
She wanted so desperately to see Friends, and
no, but it wasn't that. It was an idea that
I get the metaphor.
The 90s was just as that was happening. That was the last time where society wasn't like this.
Yeah,
and society has broken down so much through the internet and through technology. The fact that this is what will destroy the entire world.
It was big.
And nature is the only thing that will survive, and that's why nature's trying to warn them through the deer and the flamingos.
So shit. I forgot about the stupid fucking deer sitting.
And there's whole racial
Deer would
undertones. There's racial undertones to it as well.
Racial undertones in every film.
There is. There's
There's racial undertones.
and you fucking Ethan Hawke's he's a deadly. When she asks him, "Have you ever slept with a student?" You fucking know he has.
Yeah.
There's not a chance that he hasn't. A drama teacher.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Definitely has.
Yeah.
And I don't
like-
think Julia Roberts was great in it, but I'd like the fact that there's a character that just hates people.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'll give you that.
I didn't like the daughter. Thought she was a pain in the arse.
She was. Well, she was meant to be. She was good though.
But Big Ali was fucking
Yeah, I
outstanding
can only
through the whole
imagine
thing.
what that film, how bad, or even more. I think it would if he wasn't in it.
Aye.
If they had Chris Tucker doing that part.
He's in the Epstein thing.
Is he?
He's in the Epstein
Oh
list.
man,
Chris Tucker.
Oh
aye.
man, stole the vocal the vocal cords of a
Him
child.
and Jackie Chan. Rush Hour 5.
Oh, for
It's
fuck's
just them
sake.
trying to get out of the country before they get arrested.
I'll have to put like a thing at the start of the episode, being like, okay, if you want to, the first 30 minutes of this is going to be it's heavy.
So that's first thing. It's just
I'll just put it in the description for
Aye.
people, and I'll put like a voice thing, and we can start off just so you know.
Aye, okay.
That's perfect
Okay.
because we had to get that out.
We had to because we've been arguing about it over.
The fact that all the Saltburn thing came out, and then you came in and dropped, I really liked the worst film I've seen in about 5 years. You went, I really loved. So I hated the Goodfellas, right? I mean, I'm not comparing, but you know what I really loved there last day?
Right, now that's out of our system. This week's film is
Yeah.
your choice.
Yeah, I went old school.
Literally.
Literally
I
went old school.
Yes.
I saw it in one of those. It was in the British Heart Foundation.
Always a good charity shop.
Always a good charity shop. Came in. I never give them anything. That's really rude. of me.
What? You steal from the charity shop?
No. There's two charity shops beside each other in Stockbridge, right? It's usually where I get these films, right? And there's a Bernardo's, is it, for the kids, and there's British Heart Foundation. I get the DVDs from British Heart Foundation. I buy them there, but I don't want to donate anything that has British in the front of it.
Oh, you never
So-
donate. All right.
So I take them, buy them from the British Heart, and then donate them back to next door to Bernardo's. So I've got
When
a
you
sys-
said I never give them anything, I thought you were half-inching these fucking DVDs from the British Heart. I was like, Jesus Christ, Ryan.
we have a £1
£1.
£1 limit, and I'm sitting there fucking like emptying the cases.
I forgot how much I laughed at this. I fucking love this film.
So what I remember of this film is like when I was in school. I was about 12 when this came out. I think, right? I was like 12. I remember secondary school. A couple of fucking "You're my boy blue," all that type of shit we were doing during school. I remember because I used to do the dart part really well when I was a kid.
The dart part.
You know, when Will Ferrell, which is possibly in the top 5 funniest movie scenes of all time. when they're in the birthday party.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm just going to go in here. That was a malfunction of the memory card there.
Yeah.
So there'll be a real sharp cut there. But what was I going to say? We're watching, like, I think it's one of the top 5 funny scenes of all time.
Aye.
Like, I howled again. I've watched it
Yeah.
like 7
Yeah.
times since. I showed Daniel it there when we came in. He was like, do you remember the dart scene? There's a part in it. And I used to be loved in it in school, like, because he does the reaction of being hit by the dart. And you know, he starts to go, oh, is this bad?
Yeah.
Is this bad? And then he goes, yes, you know. And then
Awesome.
yeah, awesome. And then he goes, you know, when it starts slowly kicking in, when he just goes, yeah, you just took one in the jugular, and he's like, wait. Anything in slow motion, he starts going, wait. I'm already gone. He starts going, wait, you're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy.
It's so funny.
And then he falls up and he gets up and he shows one of the kids on the way by. He doesn't like slap his head the other way. It's like, yeah, an outward passing, which is so much funnier than any of the other stuff.
See when he collapses just before that and he's got his hand trapped in between the chair
And
and
he
he just
comes
goes,
yeah.
the bit that I laughed at the most in that when I watched it this time is it's Sean William Scott when he first comes along and he goes, "What's it?" And he goes, "Yeah, she's a beauty, isn't she?" And these little fuckers get out of line again. That's right, isn't it?
I
thought so.
I get to take them down.
It just fucking threatens the donkey.
It's the tug of the thing is so funny.
It's so funny.
Shut up.
It's God.
You got a fucking dart in your neck. When it starts kicking in, you got a fucking dart in your neck.
I thought this was, cause when you first suggested this, I thought it was an Apatow one, but it's not.
No, it's Todd Phillips.
It's Todd Phillips, and then I was like, have we done any of his? But his Road Trip as well.
Aye.
Yeah. So was Road Trip before this?
This is what 2002, 3.
I think so. Aye.
So probably this might be an year after, a year after, maybe a year.
Aye,
or two
maybe.
After.
Because
No, it was 2000, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Road Trip was 2000, 2001, and then this was 2002, 3.
Because he, I was gonna say, fuck.
He used to get is it because they used to get it's a Todd Phillips film because all of his comedies used to have the Dan Band in it.
Oh my God.
So they were in Due Date.
Funny.
He did Due Date as well.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Hangover.
I didn't realise they were an actual band. That's another bit of Howlett when I see that fucking look in your eyes. It's the look.
It's the look that people caught it.
Yeah, and then they just dismiss it. And
Yeah.
Oh, fucking every now and then.
What was it The Hangover or was it Due Date where he does candy shop to the old
That's
people?
a wedding. Is that a wedding? No, it's a hangover. It's a hangover. Right, it's in the wedding at
Don't
the
you
end.
stop. I've got a Dan Band story
Right.
about me and the Dan Band in Galway.
No.
Oh man, I fucked up big time. So, Duck.
Yeah.
Right. So I wonder if Duck remembers this. This must be about 2015 in Galway, right? At the festival, the Dan Band's playing
Right.
at the festival. So they did some comedy gigs, right? And do you know the way people are always on about Mariah Carey being a diva backstage because she wants 80 roses? And all?
Yeah.
But that's a contract thing.
Yeah.
So that like if you don't have 80 roses somewhere in the contract, they haven't read the contract.
Yeah.
Right? So the Dan Band had that, right? Where they had a bowl. They wanted a bowl filled exactly to the brim of Skittles.
Right.
Right? In the thing. But I was sharing the apartment, right, with them. So I had... When I first came in, I was there a day early, 2 days early. They were only there for 1 day. I was there the whole weekend. Like, I polished off their whole rider. Right? So they came in.
Amazing.
I caused an international. It's like, you cunts didn't read anything. And like, people were running around going, wait, I'm pretty sure we had anything. I came in and like, there was people in panic, like after a day, because there was like proper contract negotiations going on. And then they were like, I was like, oh, I polished that off day one. And then they were like, what was there? And I go, just a big bowl of... And they're like, okay, it's okay. They did read the contract. I nearly caused a fucking thing with the Dan Band. So
Did Dan Band go like tits with you?
No, I think it was their like manager or
Aye.
agent or something like that. It wasn't actually them, no.
What were they like?
They were in the thing, but I was out all night.
Aye.
Because it was that festival, they were doing an early flight. So I basically walked into them backstage, said hello, and literally that's it. Even though I was sharing the thing, I was out all night. They were sleeping. But it's funny, when I saw the Dan Band, I went, oh my God, I have a Dan Band story. And I must chat to Duck, because I think Duck was involved in the festival of smoothing everything over.
Amazing.
And I wouldn't have known him that well at the time, but I fucked up the backstage rider.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I didn't realise this is one of Will Ferrell's first films.
Yeah, one of his best.
That is one of his best.
He's one of his best performances.
I think everybody's excellent in this.
Yeah, they are.
I think this is Vince Vaughn's. Apart from Swingers, I think this is the best.
Well, apart from Brawl and Cell Block.
Oh, bro,
I mean, no, comedy definitely.
Aye.
I like him in The Lost World.
Aye. The thing is, Vince Vaughn's very much like, he just plays Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
He's like Ryan Reynolds now.
Yeah.
He just like a guy who's found he's incredibly quick. He's
Yeah.
incredibly smart and he's a smart arse.
Yeah.
Same way Ryan Reynolds is.
Hateable face.
Aye, but he's so fucking good at it.
Yeah.
Like the bit of this when they're in the church at the start and Will Ferrell's getting married and he's just the whole time going, I can't believe this is the biggest mistake you're ever going to make in your life. Well done, one vagina for the rest of your life. And then the dad comes and goes, takes a man to give away an angel.
yeah.
It's so funny.
He's like, don't do it. Great film. I thought there was way more funny bits. I thought there was going to be like 5 or 6 funny bits, and the rest of it's going to be filler. That's what I remembered it as. But I actually thoroughly enjoyed a lot of this. There was a lot of things in it, like the Dan Band story. I just told you the fucking thing. Jeremy Piven. I've got a Jeremy
Piven, aye.
I got a Jeremy Piven story for you about my second cousin.
Right.
That lived out in she lived out in New York. I remember the time I was out homeless in New York. I stayed with her for a week. We all stayed with her for a week because we found her. She spotted me in Queens and went, relative. That's how much of a Donegal head I apparently had. Because we had never met. Right.
Fuck off.
She spotted me. Like, no, she knew I was in the area.
Oh, right, okay.
But it wasn't.
But she still just spotted you in a crowd in Queens.
On Sunnyside in Queens. She ran over. McGinley. I was like, yeah, Cullen. Yeah, well, she knows my name. So McGinley. And I was like, yeah. And she goes, I fucking spot your head from a mile off. And I went, I was like, we're in New York City. So she went all kooky, right? Because she fucking like fell and her spleen exploded and she like almost died on the operating table and all that and came out like just a hippie essentially, right? So she started her job then. She started doing exorcisms for non-religious exorcisms for celebrities. She would do like just like getting rid of your bad vibes, bad juju.
I was going to say, was she exercising here?
It's not actually, it's just like exercising negative shit around. It's not from a religious point of thing, but it was like basically
so a new age kind of thing.
Yeah. Right. So she was like, Cyndi Lauper was one of her main people, Cyndi Lauper, but she'd done Jeremy Pitt, right? So we came in one day, and this is how long ago this is. We're in New York watching Entourage. Right? First season's just like, or whatever. So she comes in, she goes, oh, that's that man, Jerry Piven. He goes, I wouldn't. Is that boy, like, listen, I only had one session with him for an hour. Phrasing. No, and she was like, that man's got a lot of bad spirits around him, a lot of bad juju in that man. I can just tell. Fucking man was outed. Like, Jeremy Piven's a dodgy cunt. Now there's loads of allegations.
What is the thing about Piven?
I don't actually know. I know he's in a thing, but I don't know.
Because I know when he did that, folk were like going, "Oh well, he's not that far removed from his Entourage character."
Well, all I could think of was like, "That fucker was right."
Jesus, man.
I was like, "How the fuck she clocked that?"
That's insane.
She did. She clocked it. Yeah. When Jeremy Piven was thing, I went, "Oh my god!" I messaged my friend Jim. I was like, "Kid, he was right about the fuck."
That's mental. I remember I had a massage once. And from Jeremy Piven. That's what's wrong with him. He fucking fondled me in a massage.
Imagine I looked up the allegations. It was you and his face. You just forgotten. Oh.
No, I had a massage once. I've only had like 3 massages in my whole life, and I've never enjoyed any of them.
You laughed through them.
But this one, I. The woman was I had like a fucking huge pain in one of my shoulders or something because I'd like twisted something, and she wanted me at this, but she also did like healing kind of stuff where she feels aura and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And she was like, she was like, do you mind if I do this? Because I'm getting a really weird feeling up towards the right hand side of your neck and your. I was like, fucking go for it. So she did that, and then she was like, I'm feeling like real tension, or there's something bad at the back of your jaw, just around about here. I was totally dismissed it.
You're like, I'm on gear.
Yes, I'm sure. Is it a grinding by any chance? I'm off my tits. You know, fucking.
Do a line and go to get a massage.
Never been so relaxed and so agitated in your life. It's like taking sleeping pills and uppers at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is going to win?
Viagra and fucking, what do you call it?
No, but I had an impacted wisdom tooth that I didn't know about. And it was only like weeks later, exactly where she'd been pointing, there was tension. And it was like, suddenly I got this fucking pain weeks later up there. And I had to go to the dentist, and it was an impacted wisdom tooth.
Sometimes it freaks me out. I'm like, what the fuck are you people doing?
I know.
Like, you got that. I told you about mine.
Also, why are you not using your forces for good?
Well, because
like if you have this,
because they're shite. So I was trying to write a bit about this, but it's not going to work. I'm not going to do it right. Because I was told by Katie's other relatives, they're all like clairvoyants and all that shit, right? And she's like, I'm not into that. As if what she does is weird.
Yeah.
All that nonsense, right? But she did. It was my great aunt or something stopped me once when I was like, she's like, you have a lot of these powers, clairvoyance powers, but you will never use them because I know what you're like. Essentially, they were just like, at 10 years old, she was basically like, you're going to grow up a little bit of a cunt. So you won't use it, but you've got a lot of the things. You can see all these things. And I go, well, that's why I'm in gambling now. But she was like, but I just was like, it's like the weakest. Clairvoyant, an X-Man.
No,
there's going to be money in your
I'm
future.
not saying that. What I'm
Get
saying
out of
is,
here.
if like, for example, that person there, if they can feel something going wrong with folk, what would be the harm in letting them loose in a hospital and going
hospital in Gaza, missing a leg? We know. Find shit we don't know.
Your family are fucking. They're all into weird shit.
It's not. It's like literally just from Donegal.
What was Cyndi Lauper?
You've seen
what
goddamn.
was Cyndi Lauper getting?
I can't remember what Cyndi Lauper. I know the other person was one of the other people because I went to his house. Was Bon Jovi. Oh man! So Bon Jovi is out in Long Branch, right where that's out where Springsteen I think is, or one of those. There's like Astor Place. I went to the shop that Clerks.
Oh yeah.
So that's in one of those. That's like there's like 3 along that thing in Jersey.
Yeah.
So it was like Astor Place. So I was at that shop, and that same day I went. We only stayed at the nice massive mansion, Bon Jovi's, but he's a proper like doomsday dude.
Aye.
So he's got like a hole underneath his house is like a end of the world bunker and shit. I was told.
Wow.
He got sometimes lets.
So she did Bon Jovi as well.
Can't remember that.
Shot through the heart.
Dead or alive?
Aye.
Dead.
So you don't know what Cyndi Lauper was?
No, I can't remember. I can't remember what she said. This was
Christ.
when I was like 2000.
I still like Cyndi Lauper as well. Seeing her true colours now.
Blow my cock off like in RoboCop.
Oh Christ! Right,
back to this fucking film.
Yeah,
I chose a film, but this happens when we do like knocked up
comedies.
At comedies where you're saying this was great. The mad character though was that blowjob scene.
Oh, it's Andy Dick, isn't it?
Well,
yeah, it's Andy Dick. Yeah,
it's so obviously Andy Dick now.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Andy Dick coked off his fucking mind. It is very, very funny.
Yeah.
Where
when she attacks,
there's a girl because they all get different vegetables.
Yeah.
And one woman's been given like a fucking marrow, but she's fucking gobbling it like you wouldn't believe.
We don't want. You know, remember when he's out? So when Will Ferrell's got the bandana on, he's out fixing the car. It's so funny.
Oh yeah.
It's like, is it Boston more than the feeling? White Snake's
Whitesnake's
playing, and that would work too. Boston.
I've removed the rotator belt, but let's keep that in the down low because it's not strictly street legal.
She's like, she could see it. She's like, we don't want Frank the Tank coming back. Frank the Tank is just basically like fucking Bert Kreischer's machine shit.
Yeah,
but that fucking Frank the Tank stuff when he remember he's really boring the people in the when he's about to torpedo the fucking down the. I've never done one of those to be honest, but. What the fuck do you call them? The American.
It's like
we used to call it torpedoing, but you just
we'd call it torpedoing, or should we call it strawpedo? Because you put we used to do it.
You put a straw at the top.
We used to do it with bottles of Reef. Do you remember Reef, the orange? So it was like an orange alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
And you stick it in and then cover it at the top, and then go at it, and you could gun it in like a second. I used to do that.
I did. I remember. I was in university when I found out that a straw did that.
Aye, it's amazing.
It just goes.
We did it.
You did torpedo with the bottom of the can.
Oh, we've done that. Yeah. But I remember because we used to do that all the time with Reef because it was Reef at uni was like £1 a bottle or something. So. Literally a £5 and you were fucking wrecked because you're taking 5 immediate hits of alcohol to your system. And we did it on my 21st birthday, but we couldn't find any Reef. So we got Bacardi Breezers and orange Bacardi Breezers. Yeah. But the great thing about Reef is it was flat. It was Bacardi Breezers, one of the fizziest drinks possible.
Oh, my God.
So this fucking projectile vomit after about 2 of them. Like proper exorcist everywhere.
No. Do you know that back in them college days, I used to because you had no money and you were trying to like get as fucked as well with this little thing before you went out. And we were going to these nightclubs when I was about 17 or 18 or whatever in Dublin. And my one used to be, what we would do is when you'd set your alarm for the bus, you'd have the bus time. You're like, all right, we have to get on the 11 o'clock bus, whatever, into town from university. And you'd set the alarm and it was only 10 to. You'd be sipping a beer or two, chatting to people for 2 hours. But the pre-drinking was like, we would have an alarm and then we'd all run up and we'd all have like a fucking flagon each. Oh no, you don't know. You don't call
Flagon?
it. You know a naggin and a flagon, no?
What the fuck?
Irish thing.
What did you go to college in medieval to a flagon?
No, so a naggin
Right.
is a quarter bottle of vodka. Like,
Right.
you know the small bottles.
Yeah.
A half bottle
Aye.
is the flagon, and then it's just a 3/4 bottle.
Right.
Liter
Yeah.
bottle, whatever.
Yeah.
So you would neck you would neck a flagon in a pint glass.
Jesus.
So you'd put
Straight vodka.
No, you'd put a pint glass, pour it at the whole thing, and everything. So it's 3/4
Aye.
pure vodka, and then you'd put top it up so it's a full pint with a little bit of Coke.
Aye.
It barely. I mean, it's still pure vodka,
aye.
and you would neck that, and you because you were basically sober before that, but it's that used to like I couldn't even think about doing it now, but like. Because as you said, it's such a heavy intake at once.
Aye.
By the time you got off the bus, you were fucking wired.
Jesus, aye.
You were wired. I remember being like...
Do you ever mind sweep?
No, is that the ticking...
Trying drinks at the end of the night?
No,
Just all
never
the
done
empty. I was a king of that.
I know loads of people that I never did it.
Oh my God. There is a genuine, like, I remember when I first saw this film.
This is our old school moments.
Aye, and like, so this is 2003, and I think I saw it when it was released. And I was just going out with Amy at the time. And there was a certain kind of acknowledgement from Amy with the Frank the Tank scene, basically looking at me and going,
He reminded me of you.
I have had moments like that where I've, particularly at music festivals, where there's been one moment and it's just then gone fucking mental.
Oh.
It's been like fine, and then it's like, right, don't have another drink. And then one drink I'll be like, I'll be fine. And then the next thing, it's fucking carnage.
We're going streaking.
Yeah, it's not that far off.
We're going
Like
streaking.
Dude, he did that for real.
Huh?
He did that for real.
That run up the street.
Aye, but he was like proper butt naked, like, especially at the party, because he had to get pissed before.
Oh, really?
I was reading this today, yeah, with the
that's
Snoop
great.
bit.
Oh, that's right.
How come Snoop's so pally with so many comics?
I think it's the other way around. I think it's comics want to be pally with Snoop.
Aye.
And Snoop does literally everything. You can just buy Snoop.
Can you?
Yeah, so you know how like every you know how Snoop Dogg's in like 100,000 songs. I don't think there's like the man releases 40, 50 songs. It's someone featuring Snoop Dogg. I'm
gonna find out,
So he literally just has like a price tag, and you could just buy. So that's why when brand new rappers, if they get a bit of money, they go, "Let's sell your first song, feature Snoop."
That's a college party. So, how much?
While you're googling that, Will Ferrell was DJing a college party recently.
Really?
He DJ'd in a frat. He came down and
No way.
DJ'd for I guess his daughter's birthday. Sorry, it was a big college party for his daughter.
Wow. So, how much do you think it costs to hire?
200 grand.
So far off.
How much?
If you want to collab, so if you want to get Snoop Dogg on one of your songs, 250 grand.
Wow. Okay. So I was.
Right?
Yeah.
What did you say actually for Snoop?
I said 200.
200. Much cheaper. You can get Snoop Dogg to play your private party for £75,000. It's dollars.
Wow.
$75,000. Wow.
He's got the same fucking price range as me.
This is fucking... Look at this. Right, so this is colleges, right? This is specifically a website to get rappers, so you could get like Tyler the Creator, 125 grand. Skepta, 100 grand, right? Post Malone,
Skepta.
200 grand, right? 40 grand for Azealia Banks. It's not bad, right?
She's a wanker, though. Nobody likes her anymore.
So it's got everybody, right? Literally every rapper and hip hop artist. Jason Derulo, 100 grand. That's all right. Everyone you can get, right? Chris Brown, not available for colleges. He's the only one you can't fucking hire.
He's not allowed.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's amazing. He's got a bracelet on, and basically, if he walks in a college, it beeps like Battle Royale.
I tell you what, we're fucking doing this. If we once we release Patreon, if it really kicks off, let's not spend any money at all. Keep this fucking backdrop, everything.
Me, you, and Jason Derulo.
Everything goes into getting Jason Derulo.
Hi, Jason. Jason Derulo, what do you think?
Tiny Temple will only set us back 35 grand.
So here's a good one, because I know one, because our college did it, and I was the old snaky newspaper editor. Little John came to UCD. And
right.
Little John got 22 grand. And he only played 22 minutes.
Oh, that's about a grand a minute. That's
incredible. He only played 22 minutes, fucked off.
That's amazing.
And I remember because the Saturdays came on after, and in the college, and everybody just shooed them off, like pelted their shoes at the Saturdays. Saturdays had to leave. They were like, "Will you fucking?"
Right. Remember all the Lils you mentioned.
Lil Jon.
Right. Lil Jon, Lil Uzi Vert, and Lil Yachty. Who drinks the cheapest?
Yachty.
Nah, Yachty 50 grand.
Okay.
John 25 grand.
Okay.
Aye, Lil Jon. Uzi Vert 200. He's one of the most expensive.
So Lil Jon's what there?
Lil Jon you can get for 25 grand.
See that? That's it. Because I remember 22 grand he played. He only played 22 minutes.
25 grand. This is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. Lil Jon came. I remember Lil Jon, 22 grand. Because it was a scandal.
There's a guy called Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
He's fucking it. Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Del the Funky Homo Sapiens. Check here. Yeah,
he's 10.
He's massive. He's like
10 grand you can get him for.
Is he not part of like De La Soul?
I don't know.
De La Soul or the Sugar Hill Gang is Del the Funky.
So funny, man.
Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Yeah, he's massive.
Oh,
he's done a couple of songs with the Gorillaz.
We got to do this, man. This is fucking excellent. Jesus.
We should start a comic once. Ed Gamble.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Alfie Brown, not available. Jesus Christ.
Do you ever wish there was a fraternity?
I went out on 2 dates with a girl that was in a fraternity back in 20 years ago.
In America?
Yeah, she was here,
but she
was American.
Is it a fraternity?
Carolina. They were literally called something like
Beta Kappa Beta.
Shit like that. They had like a symbol and went to a house, and I was like,
is it a fraternity when it's female one?
I don't know.
That's a sorority. Sorority. Yeah, sorority.
Bad Neighbours too.
For chicks. Yeah, fraternity. I'm quite fascinated by the whole culture.
I would absolutely be in it.
I don't think.
I feel like it'd be pathetic.
I think your asthma would count against you.
I mean, I'd be the guy that. Remember when they did the cinder block trick?
Yeah.
That's one of the funniest screams I've ever heard.
Oh,
when
the dude goes down the drain,
When it goes down the drain and the looks down, he's stuck in it, he's still going, still screaming. I remember when your man died, Blue. He did a real fucking serious film, I feel like. Once he's a really good actor. But
I've never seen him in anything.
He's an old fucker, yeah.
Who my boy, Blue?
The KY jelly thing.
Oh, I know.
You know what? Till I was about 25, I was like, what the fuck is KY jelly?
Is it just a lube?
It's just lube.
That's literally it?
Yeah, I was sitting there. I didn't know it was that.
What's lube made of?
Tears.
Tears.
Lumpy tears. It's not lumpy. Like lumpy tears. It's, I don't know, brake fluid. Watered down.
You ever tasted? Oh, fucking disgusting question this is. Have you ever tasted the flavoured lube?
I definitely have somewhere along the line.
It's horrible, man.
Tasted
I sat there one day.
Spread it on my toast. Slipped out of my mouth about 10 times. fucking like, oh god. I don't think, in fairness, there is initiation things. I wouldn't like enjoy that.
No.
I wouldn't do that cinder block shit. Never.
I don't know. I think I would.
I think I'll be fine because it would just hit that.
All right, fucking calm down.
I'll show Barry Keoghan. That's
show-
it. That's what I'll do at the end of Saltburn. I'm going to out and face Barry Keoghan from the other room.
Of a fucking
Wang
fight.
off.
A fight. like a couple of dueling centipedes. I wouldn't. At the cinderblock thing, they wouldn't be able to find enough to tie the rope on. And they're like, we need to get some dental floss in for this.
It's just it's restricting the flow.
I love the scene at the start where Luke Wilson comes back and Juliette Lewis is in the.
Yeah.
It's just so funny the fact that he hears them moaning and then comes in and goes, "Oh God, you've no idea what I thought." And she's like, "Oh yeah." And he goes, "No, don't get embarrassed. Like this is really, we should really get into this." And then the two people, it's the fact that it's like an old married couple.
It's so funny.
And then Todd Phillips turns up to the door. He's like, "Yeah, I'm here for the gangbang." And Luke Wilson's speech, where he's like, love's hard to find. Sometimes you think you found love, and then you get the early flight home from San Diego, and then two naked people burst out your closet like a goddamn magic show, wanting to double team your girlfriend.
It's so good.
Oh Christ!
I thought it was very funny. I laughed the whole way through it. There's a couple of people I forgot. I forgot Luke Wilson was in it.
Yeah.
Odd. He's the main actor, basically.
Aye.
And I forgot she was in it too. I just forgot the 2 minutes. I just thought it was, when I thought of it, I was it's Vince Vaughn and Will Ferrell. And I just completely forgot about that love story. Nobody gives a shit.
Aye, no.
From not ER, Grey's Anatomy.
Aye, I didn't know her.
Yeah, she's
I've
from
never
Grey's
seen.
Anatomy.
I've never seen Grey's Anatomy.
You should. It's class.
The very funny thing is Will Ferrell constantly trying to re-gift the bread maker. When he brings it to the kids' party, he's like, the kids open it, he goes, "Yay!"
Yeah. Oh God, that's the same one. He's like, he's walking in the house as well with a hockey stick.
Yeah. I forgot.
Earmuffs. The fact that he's got a kid the whole time with him.
I forgot the whole Alicia Cuthbert storyline
Oh,
as well,
that's
which is
so dodgy.
That's really dodgy.
But that's proper. Like every film in that thing, that was like literally a running thing. Was every time was someone has a sex with a student.
But I didn't realise. I totally forgot that she was at high school. Like I thought it ended with her just being as one of the students.
Yeah.
And his boss's daughter. I thought that was the main reveal, that it was his boss's daughter.
That was
Jenkins'
what made
daughter. Aye. No, it's not Richard. It's the guy for Lost.
John Locke.
Yeah,
That's
it's John Locke for Lost.
Thinking of Step Brothers. Or
I totally forgot when he says 7 weeks away from graduating high school. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't even know what age that makes her, but
16 or something, maybe.
oh, God.
Yeah, it was fucking horrific. It's horrific too because it's so fucked because it's not even like that's the storyline. They show you like her half naked lying around the bed the whole time and then drop that. You're like,
I know.
What the fuck have you done to me?
Aye. Why are you bringing me into this?
you fucking just turned everyone.
Yeah. I'm amazed. How come she never became massive? Because she was in the biggest TV show of all time.
Yeah.
Are
you afraid of the dark? she was one of the kids in our.
Was she?
Remember when I was about 5 spotting it?
I was a huge fan of Alicia Cuthbert.
I was a huge fan of Juliette Lewis when I was a teenager.
Oh, yeah.
I had a crush on Juliette Lewis from that another rapey one, Dust Till Dawn.
Dust Till Dawn.
And fucking Cape Fear, someone was it?
I just think Cape Fear, the Natural Born Killers as well. California.
But Jesus Christ, not now. I don't know. Like now I even look back and go, what the fuck?
She should have been bigger as well.
Well, she went out to music. She was massive in music.
Oh, was she?
Juliette and the Licks. Juliette Lewis and the Licks.
Is that?
That's her, yeah.
Oh,
she went into punk music for about 10, 15 years.
Wow.
Comes back, does random. She's in Due Date as well, actually.
Wow.
She sells the drugs in Due Date. She's a drug dealer. It's very funny.
There you go. I've got little to say about.
No, there's this is what happens with these ones. I knew this one.
We used to enjoy watching it again.
Yeah, because you can't laugh at shit that's already funny. Like you're already taking the piss. Class, I very, very, very much enjoyed it.
Aye, it's right up there with it. I don't know which of my favourite. I like this more than Road Trip.
Yes, I do.
I don't. I think Wedding Crashers is funnier than this.
I think Due Date's funnier than all of them.
Really?
I love Due
I think Hangover's the king. I think that's the absolute pinnacle of Todd Phillips.
I think Due Date's just a tiny bit below it. I love Due Date. I just have a...
I know. No, I know what you mean. But then Wedding Crashers is so funny.
I barely remember it.
Oh, like that's...
Is that the Meatloaf one? I thought this was in...
Meatloaf?
Ah, the Meatloaf!
Oh, yeah. Aye. Will Ferrell's like the king of the Wedding Crashers. Yeah. I thought you meant the singer Meatloaf.
Oh, no.
So that's Fight Club.
51st Date or something.
But I mean, this is absolute peak.
Those were the, you didn't realize that you're in the middle of a lot of those type of things. Like the very end of it was like super bad.
It
was at the start. The very end was super bad.
But it's fucking mental when you think about this. Like from
2000, 2007,
even from like mid 90s to the end of 2000, like 2010. Say, you've got Todd Phillips making Road Trip, Wedding Crashers, this, Due Date, Hangover, all of that stuff. You've got Apatow making
Knocked Up. Superbad, was it? That was 2006.
Aye.
But yeah, all
them,
Jonah Hill's, the Seth Rogen ones,
all of them coming
Anchormans.
out. You've got the Farrelly dudes making Kingpin, Dumb and Dumber, Something About Mary.
Yeah.
They're all coming out.
Yeah,
it's just like
you've got the American Pies.
Aye,
you have the scary movies.
I mean,
you've got the Wayans brothers doing
unbelievable 15 years of comedy films. They
don't do comedy films like straight up stupid shit like that anymore.
No, they don't.
Nobody will really like. I went to see anything that rom-com, Anything But You.
No.
Anything But You. I was like, that's a typical rom-com, a decent rom-com, like Adam Sandler. It's like watching Joe just go with it. But they were like, this one was like, I only felt relief watching it, going like, I haven't seen an actual stupid rom-com in a long time. Just a flat up meet the parents type shit.
But at the same time, even another one at the same time, Sandler's making films at this time.
That's right.
So you get Big Daddy, Happy Gilmore, and all that shit's coming out as well.
Some days.
It's unbelievable.
What we had in the last 5 years.
I honestly can't think of the last great comedy.
One Taika Waititi film, and now he's an annoying cunt. Now he's banging Rita Ora. Nightmare.
So yeah, no.
What a horrible.
Is it Rita? I thought it was Dua Lipa.
Nah.
Is it Rita Ora?
Fuck Dua Lipa, you madman.
I'm fucking amazed at Rita Ora.
Nah.
Is he not like 10, 20 years older than her? Like,
yeah, he is.
I'm not a fan.
Taika?
No.
I really loved his first three.
I loved Ragnarok.
I loved Ragnarok too, sorry, I forgot about that.
Aye.
No, I love Hunt for the Wilder People, I loved it. Loved What We Do in the Shadows.
It's alright. I've never seen that.
Jojo Rabbit.
I've never seen that.
Good.
I mean, I'm being unfair. Being unfair in the guy.
Yeah, you've missed all his best.
I haven't seen any.
I mean, Ragnarok's possibly his. And then the new one was dreadful. He's now buying into his own shit. He was quirky, and now he's like, I have to make everything quirky. And they're just like, game over.
Yeah.
Fucked it. Over.
Is he not in a film with Fassbender now about football?
Yeah, it's meant to be dreadful. Yeah. It's meant to be a complete waste of time. No. Yeah, he's the rat catcher in Suicide Squad. He's the dad. Remember the daughter?
Is he?
Remember the daughter's the rat catcher? He's chatting to her up on a thing. That was him. He's a decent actor too.
I didn't know that.
But
right. Thanks for that. Sorry we didn't talk about the film much, but we had half of a big rant and
watch Old School.
Yeah, watch Old School. It's hilarious.
Dart scene.
It's genuinely hilarious. Yeah, even if you don't watch the film, just watch the dart scene.
Yeah,
so funny. It's got a class soundtrack as well.
Yeah,
got that. Master of Puppets.
You're a fucking dartner now.
Next week is going to be our first ever Western.
Oh, fucking excellent.
We are doing, I've forgotten the DVD, but we are doing The Magnificent Seven.
Oh, great. Okay.
So, yeah, that'll be
I have seen this.
Quite the swerve from, and not the remake. The original Steve McQueen, Yul Brynner.
That's sorry, yeah.
Magnificent
I actually
Seven.
I don't like the remake. I know you said. I'm pretty sure was it you? I don't like the remake.
I've never seen the remake,
I fucking
but
hate the remake. Actually.
I've never seen the remake.
Barely remember that. Right, perfect,
Aye.
great.
So we're doing Magnificent Seven. If you've not seen it, then catch up with that.
Beautiful.
Apart from that, tour dates are all going to be down there. Belfast. Well, but that's fucking
Yeah.
still. And but I just keep mentioning the Irish ones. But you've got Birmingham, Glee in there, Frog and Bucket in Manchester, Carlisle, Elgin, Inverness. All the places you can find them all somewhere. As it comes up, I'll give them all out more. Ryan,
I am basically in Denver in Australia. So unless you're in Denver or Australia from till the middle of March,
Denver, the Sunshine State, gorgeous, just gorgeous. Yes,
fuck's sake,
yes.
that was just this.
That was an old school. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
How did I not clock? You just said it there, and I went, "Oh no, what's that? That's this, isn't it?"
Yeah.
But I never even fucking thought of that.
Ah, yes.
Sunshine State.
See,
Bingo. That's about it.
wrapped. Right. See you next week. Cheers. Bye bye.